Morning, everybody. I haven't really said many words yet today, so I thought I would just chat with you a little bit while I sit on the floor in the peace and quiet home of my kids' playroom and do my makeup. So just gonna do a little chatty get ready with me. It's 5:42. My husband has been up since a little after 4. Today is actually the day he is running a 30-mile ultra marathon. Now, why, you ask? I don't know. Just kidding. It's all for good, a good cause. There is an organization, a fully nonprofit called 30 for Freedom, and it's an amazing nonprofit. And with this, there is a day every single year where people get together, they raise money, and they run. They can run, they can bike, and then there's different things they can choose. They can choose a 5K. What is it? Is it a 5K, a 10K, a half marathon, or 30 miles? So the reason it's 30 is this is all about raising awareness for human trafficking, and every 30 seconds, somebody is a victim. And so there's this guy, he's incredible, and he challenged himself that on his 30th birthday, he would get 30 people to run 30 miles with him and raise $30,000 for this cause. And it surpassed that. Like, it became so much more than that, which is incredible. And they raised more and way more than that. I don't even remember how much they raised the first year. And now it's become an annual thing. And now it's become so big that there's different like chapters in different cities. And so because we moved, we are not closest to, well, we're not in Minnesota anymore, even though we're closer to like the Minneapolis chapter. And you get people of all ages. You get the person who runs the entire thing, and you get the person who walks the entire thing, and you get everyone in between. So it's honestly really cool because it's less about like your performance and it's more about the why behind you doing it, you know, and that's like what really matters. And so all that to say, the chapter in Minneapolis was at the end of May, but Trevor didn't feel ready at the end of May. And he had thought, we're in Wisconsin, like I should go to the Wisconsin chapter. But the Wisconsin chapter is about 5 hours away, even though we're in Wisconsin. But then he thought, then there were other just like complications with the date and with stuff like that. And so he then was like, what if I just run it along Lake Superior, along the lake shore, just on my own? And so he's been out there since about 5. And it's a 5:46 right now. So he's 45 minutes in. And so I am here with the kids today. So it's really hard without a mirror. I'm trying to look in the little viewfinder, but I usually use my bathroom mirror, but I just wanted to chat while I did this. So we'll see if my makeup turns out absolutely horrible today. But the kids and I's plan, we are gonna meet a friend and her 2 kids at the park this morning. And it's right on Lake Superior. And then there's like a really pretty walking trail. So we are gonna spend a little bit of time just hanging out at the park, hanging out, walking a little bit. But I asked Trevor yesterday, I said, what do you need from me on this race day? Last year, my mom and I went and did the 5K with Hudson in the stroller. And then I told Trevor I want to come back when it's your time to finish because I want to be at the finish. Well, shortly after my mom and I got back home from that race and she left, he called me and it had rained. So we had a ton of blisters and he was really struggling and he was like, I'm gonna have to walk the rest. And so I ended up going back and walking the last 5K with him. So I ended up walking a lot as a 7-month pregnant woman with a stroller in the humid weather. But it was all for my husband. But it was very hard on him. It was very hard on me. And so I told him, what do you need from me? He said he would love cheesecake. He was like, you don't need to make one. But he's like, I was like, where can we get a cheesecake around here? And then it hit me. There's this cute little place called Twisted Pastries that you can buy an entire cheesecake, or you can buy a couple slices. So kids and I are gonna hit that up at some point today to see if we can just bless him, you know, with something that he can, so that he has that to look forward to. I also want to place a Target order, like a Target drive up, and I want to get some of Trevor's like favorite snacks and drinks. So this morning I want to place that. Both my kids have been struggling with sleep lately, and that makes it so hard to just function throughout the day. This morning I was guaranteed, I was like, Trevor's gonna be gone early. I'm gonna get up early because I just really need some time. Last night was the first night in about a week and a half that our kids both slept through the night. Praise the Lord, because there is something about when you have good sleep and are well rested that you just feel overall so much happier and just so much more like yourself. I need to check in the mirror and do my mascaras in the mirror, and then I'll be back. Okay, I am back. My makeup is done. So now I can officially start the morning. So it is almost 6. And with that, I don't know when my kids are gonna wake up. Since I was talking about sleep, they've both been struggling. There's been days my daughter has woken up at 4 something, like ready for the day. Other times it's 5, other times it's 6. And yesterday was a rare 7:15 and my son was after that. So that was incredible. And I'm really hoping they do the same this morning. But I literally have no clue. So let's just get started with things and see when they join us. So what I would like to do is I want to get a couple of things done around the house, but I have been doing a Bible reading plan with our youth group. We challenged our students to read the New Testament in 90 days over the summer. So from beginning of June through end of August. And so every day, I usually don't listen to the Bible. I usually like my physical hard Bible. But what's nice is this plan knows exactly like where I am and it can read it to me. So I'm gonna fold some laundry, do some things like that. Today, if you want to do this plan, I mean, it's literally like 12 minutes of reading every single day. It's really not that much. It's called the New Testament in 90 Days. June 23rd, we are on the beginning of John. So there's a little devotional. There's a little devotional at the beginning of each book to tell you like about the author and different things like that. And then today's just John 1 through 3. And then there's a little segment at the end where you can like write what spoke to you for that day. So today we are on day 23. So gonna give this a listen and get some things done around the house.
And this is the testimony of John when the Jews sent priests and Levites from Jerusalem to ask him, "Who are you?" He confessed and did not deny, but confessed, "I am not the Christ." And they asked him, "What even he who comes after me, the strap of whose sandal I am not worthy to untie?" A house of trade. His disciples remembered that it was written, "Raise it up." The Jews then said, "It has taken 46 years to..."
Little update, it is 6:16. Laundry is put away. If you watched my last video all about just like different cleaning hacks that I have to keep my house clean, if you watch that, it seems contradictory that I'm putting laundry away in the morning because that goes against one of my rules that I make, and that I'm doing laundry on Friday because that's also one of my rules. But this week is just a different week, like I said, with my husband running, not really having a true Sabbath day. And yesterday was just really hard. If I'm being honest, yesterday was a hard day with the kids and I didn't get to everything, and that's okay because I give myself grace. So that is that. But laundry is done. I threw away a couple flowers that were smelling a little stinky, and kids are both still sleeping, so that's great. And I am going to order some of my husband's favorite snacks and stuff for Target order while I continue to listen to the Bible.
Truly, truly I say to you, we speak of what we know.
the most random intro to a vlog, and so sorry the lighting is still bad. It's still pretty dark out and we don't have the best lighting at the moment, but it's probably super random start to this vlog, but it just shows if I have a morning without the kids, I am going to be trying to get as much done as humanly possible. And it might mean at 6:30 in the morning, I am filling a photo album with photos, and that's just my life right now. But one thing that I have done is I have this photo album. This is not my family yet. And I thought, I love pictures, I love photo albums, and I want to start photo albuming again. I used to do it all the time, but starting at the year that my son was, like, that I was pregnant with him, that I had him. So I had him in 2021, had my daughter in 2022. So I thought, let's go back to the start of 2021, photo album, all the way through current. So I did that in February. So I did like 2 years worth of photos, and it took hours, but it was great. And they're all in here because I got this huge album, which is great. Now I'm down to just like 10 photos left. So I need to order another album actually. But the other day I went through February through current and did it again, because if I do it more often, then it doesn't take as long. So I got most of them done yesterday, and now I'm going to add in a couple more that I can, and then order my other album and finish off, because these are my last little stack, and they all have the date and the year on them already. So I'm gonna add in a few more photos here, then order another album so I can be fully up to date. The light is off?
Yeah. And Kayla.
Let's pray. Heavenly Father, bless Daddy as he's running right now. Give him strength. So I just met up with Trevor. He knew I was going to Starbucks, so I got him a water, and he was like, can you give me a water, please? So met up with him. It was great to see him. He is about halfway done. It is almost 9 a.m. So kids and I just got out of the house a little bit, and now we're gonna go meet up with my friend at the park. Big truck. Let's go!
Flash! I go back.
Okay, hopping on for a little update. Today has been crazy. It's now 12:20, and the kids and I just got home like half an hour ago, and we literally had been gone since about 8 a.m. this morning. So super quick recap, around 8 a.m. we were all fully dressed, ready to go, gonna meet my friend at 9 for the park. Ended up being like, hey, can we push that to 9:30? I can run my errands before the park instead of after the park. So I went to get a Starbucks, and Hudson did the cutest thing. I pull up to the Starbucks window, he goes, thank you, bye. And then he puts his hand back from the car seat and goes, cake pop? Just expecting that he would get a cake pop. And I was like, honey, just every time we come to Starbucks, we don't get K-pop. So cute though. So I did that. And then I was like, my Target order I placed about 2 hours ago. Like it should be good to pick up. So I went to Target, mailed my letter as you saw. And some of these things I had little clips for, but mailed my letter, and then I sat and waited and was like, they still haven't messaged me that my order is ready. Like I can't sit here all day. And at that point, Trevor had said, hey, if you're at Starbucks, can you pick me up a water? I'm on, and he told me like approximately where he would be. He's like, can you bring me a water? And I was like, sure, because then he doesn't have to pay for one. He can just get one for free from Starbucks. And so I was like, I don't want to sit here all day. Like Trevor, I don't want Trevor just like chilling in the spot that he told me for so long. So I left, and about 20 minutes later, I got the notification that my order was ready, but at that time I was already like meeting Trevor, basically, or like almost to him. So I met Trevor, gave him his water, and then from there I was like, well, now I don't have time to drive 15 more minutes to Target and then 20 home, because I had to get home before the park to get the snacks and get Lainey another bottle and all that to say. So I went to the place and got the cheesecake. It looks so good. All their like flavored whole ones had just come out of the oven and weren't ready to like pack up and go, but they had a plain one. So I ended up getting some ice cream and some other little snacks to go with the cheesecake, although plain cheesecake is gonna still be amazing. Got cheesecake. Also, it's like, I'm talking so fast. This day has been a whirlwind. I'm so sorry. I'm just sweating over here. Sorry, I'm a little dramatic right now. Went to a place called Twisted Pastries, got the cheesecake, went back home. I kept the kids in the car because I just ran in, put the cheesecake in the fridge, grabbed Lainey a bottle, peed quick, grabbed a couple snacks, and went right back to the car, drove to the park, had a lovely time with my friend Brooke and her 2 kids. We played at the park. Kids play at the park. Hudson had a fun time playing with her older son, throwing his monster truck down the slide. It was great. And then we did a little bit of a walk that was like at the park, like started at the park. And then from there, I went back to Target, got my order, and now I'm home. So it's been quite the morning, but it's been great. So last I heard, it is 12:24. Trevor is about, probably at this point, like 3.5 miles away. His leg is really like cramping up, so he's walking a little bit now, and so he's expected to come in. Well, he told me 4 miles left at 12. Yeah, he's probably 3 miles left at this point or so. Expected around like 1, he's saying, just because he's having to kind of walk a little bit now. But he has officially run over a marathon, because at 12:11, he said just finished a marathon, 26.2. So I'm so proud of him. 30 miles, can you imagine? I can't imagine that. I can't. But our pastors are coming here to surprise Trevor and to be here when he runs in, which is so kind of them. And I just need to like get myself together. I put one kid down for a nap. The other one was asleep in the car, so she's playing and she's just having the time of her life. And so now I want to clean up a little bit and then be ready for them to come and to greet Trevor. But let me show you the snacks I got him, because we're gonna have a party tonight. Okay, I have this little setup. Some of these things I took out of the fridge and freezer and I will put back, don't worry. Oh, I think Trevor's texting me. Okay, official text, 12:28. He just did 27 miles. 3 miles left. Okay, so Trevor loves, so he lost 100 pounds in the year of 2022. Yeah, from January 2022 till January of 2023, lost 100 pounds. So he doesn't eat sugar all the time, but today he's like, I don't really care what I'm eating because I've run 30 miles. So, but I did get him some of like his plant-based sweets that he really likes. So these are incredible. If you've never tried Lily's sour gummy worms, they're on sale at Target right now. So give them a go, but these are so good. And then he loves the Peach Rings Smart Sweets. You've probably heard of Smart Sweets. These I just found out about like less than a year ago. These are incredible. I got him an Olipop root beer. I do not like root beer, but he does. And Olipop are great. So Olipop root beer. Ben & Jerry's was also on sale, so I ended up getting 2 to go with the plain cheesecake, you know? Actually, I ordered these before I knew it was gonna be plain cheesecake. I just wanna really celebrate him. So I got the milk and cookies and half baked. I think half baked is my favorite. We don't have Ben and Jerry's very often, but yes. Then I got some of these. These were kind of like kid snack slash a snack, but I'm laying them out in the cute display. Because if you've never tried Maverick cookies, these are awesome. They're a plant-based cookie, but they're so good. My kids love them. They're vegan, 40% less sugar than the average cookie, and they came in little packs. So I laid these out because these are kind of a nice treat, and they're really good like in milk and stuff too. Last thing, I don't even know, Trevor, I already opened these because I started eating them on the way home because I was so hungry. These, I've never tried these until today, and they're so good. But I just thought to have some more options of sweets because he will be tired. So got some Cakesters, Oreo Cakesters. And lastly, I got the goods, the cheesecake. I think it was like $35 for a whole cheesecake. Is that good or bad? Is that a good price? I'm not sure. It was our bakery in Superior. So now I gotta put some of these things back before they melt. Okay, I'm not gonna show you because I don't want people getting grossed out and it feels kind of weird. But one other thing that I did was I still have a lot of breast milk from when I was pumping, when I was nursing her. And breast milk has so many like good things in it. Hi. Are you talking? Look how beautiful you are. Okay, go play. So I have a lot of breast milk still. It's too old to like consume, which I don't know who's out here wanting to consume it. Those bodybuilders. The bodybuilders are out here to consume it. Just kidding. But that is a real thing. The bodybuilders like buy breast milk. Whatever. Don't ask me. But I put like, I don't even know, maybe 25 ounces of breast milk frozen in the fridge last night to thaw so my husband can have a breast milk bath. It doesn't mean the whole tub is gonna be breast milk. That's weird. But you add it in with like Epsom salts and obviously like the warm water, and that's supposed to help your muscles. So I have that, and when he gets back, probably not soon after, he's gonna want a bath. So that will be great for him to be able to have. So I have that prepping. I have his snacks and everything good to go. Our pastors are on their way. And so now I need to just like put deodorant on and stuff because from being at the park and being outside in the warm weather, like grateful for warm weather, but I'm also like dying. So let's do that.
30 miles. Woo, woo. We do it. Let's go. Sure. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Hello everyone. As you will see the clip, my husband finished the 30 miles. It was great. Then he's been resting, taking it chill, and I had a wonderful phone call with my friend Kat. We just make sure we touch base through a phone call every couple of weeks, and it's really great and really nice. And so I feel like I talk about her in almost every video, but she's an important person in my life, so she's on my mind a lot. But now it's 3 o'clock. I didn't really eat lunch because of how crazy the morning was. My husband didn't really eat lunch because he was kind of running a lot of miles. And so I'm just gonna get started on dinner now, and I'm gonna take you along with just a little bit of the process, not the entire process, because I'm really needing to concentrate because I've never done this recipe before. But I'm doing an every plate recipe. My friend Kat actually is the one that first got me started on it. This is obviously not sponsored. I have like 64 people who subscribe to my channel, so this is not sponsored. Just great. So it's meatloaf Italiano Sandos with crispy Parmesan zucchini and special sauce. Not sketchy at all. So this one will be a good comfort food for him after having run. So this is what it looks like. And I will show you a little bit of the process and the final. We'll see how much mine can look like that. So excuse the bad lighting. It's that time of day where I need the overhead lights because it's too dark without, and I don't have lamps in my kitchen to give me enough light. So yeah, come along as I make some early dinner.